Tuesday night. Lakers without LeBron, ankle soreness, traveling to take on San Antonio. See, with LeBron and without LeBron. But this is a new squad. They got Russell Westbrook, and you've still got Anthony Davis, who is plenty capable. Fourth quarter, really good game going. We're tied at 104 at this point. And Russell Westbrook, do your thing. Lakers up by 3. Lakers up by 1. Jakob Poeltl, look out. Spurs back on top. 1-point lead. DeJounte Murray, he hits. Triple-double for Murray in this one. Malik Monk, shooter. He gives the Lakers a 2-point lead. Poeltl got fouled, missed 2 free throws. Wild scramble, he comes up with it. Baseline. Keita baits Diop. Game tied at 114. Davis is down. LeBron and Frank Vogel not happy. Davis, though, would stay in the game. Chance for Murray to be the hero. It goes begging. Westbrook comes down with a rebound. We'll play 5 more minutes. And they're going to be nights like this. Stanford Steve, you said it best.
Why they got him?
Just give Westbrook the ball, get the hell out of the way, and let him try to win it for you if LeBron's on the bench. Westbrook hates rims more than anybody hates anything. Westbrook feeling it. Lakers up 6. But Poeltl was excellent in this game. Pick and roll. Go ahead, big fella. 27 and 14. Kent Bazemore on the drive, attacking, no, but there's Davis with the putback. Lakers go back up by 2. And then Westbrook, who goes for 33, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists with the left. Davis had 35 and 17, and so with LeBron on the bench with some
115-105 loss to Phoenix. The ugliest moment happening when teammates Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard got into a physical altercation on the bench in the second quarter. Magic Johnson tweeting this: Dwight Howard and AD getting into a physical altercation on the bench. In my 42 years of being associated with the Lakers organization, I've never seen something like that. Lakers are 1-2, lost it to the Warriors. The Suns, as I just mentioned, and beating the Grizz by 3 on Sunday. Should the Lakers still be the favorites to win it all, Jay?
You're damn right they should be. Let me give you a Kobe Bryant quote. Everything negative, pressure and challenges, it's all an opportunity for me to rise. Mm-hmm. All these things, guys, veteran teams, people aren't going to like to hear it because we want to see the Lakers come out strong and be that team that dominates people right away. This is like training camp for them, right? They have to work out so many different things with their team defensively, a lot of question marks around it. That whole thing about passion, for me, that conflict is a good sign of growth because that was about miscues on how they guard a screen and roll. And my thing is, I don't want anybody on that team to settle for mediocrity. Mm-hmm. And LeBron James knows. You also saw in that game him talking trash to Cameron Payne. You say, all right, remember, be humble now. So I'm going to bet the house on the fact that guys like Russell Westbrook, he and I talk about it on our show all the time. We as athletes, I'm petty. I'm crazy competitive. I remember everything you do. So all the people lambasting Russell Westbrook, you don't think he's going to remember that? All the people talking trash to LeBron James, you don't think he's going to remember that? People not having Dwight Howard on the top 75 list, you don't think Dwight remembers that? That conflict you saw? These are all things that are going to perpetuate and motivate the Lakers. I don't care about where they start. I care about where they finish.
Okay. Yeah, and I think they still are the team to beat despite this little tit that they had on the sideline. In practice, you can only imagine, Stephen and Molly, what goes on in practice. Mm-hmm. The arguments, the pushing and shoving. They're trying to sort things out. Yeah. This won't be the first time. This isn't the first time, and it won't be the last time. It just so happened it was on television. We saw it, and it was like, oh, God, what is going on here? It didn't cost them the game. It didn't cost them their season.
But why was Magic so bothered by it then?
Well, because Magic's been in a situation, like you said, for 42 years. He's never seen that. They handled their confrontation differently when he played.
I've seen a lot of confrontation like that. I mean, I've seen a lot of people go at it. I've worked out with Kobe. I've seen Kobe try to fight. I've seen Michael Jordan try to fight people.
That's not the biggest reason if they were not to advance. That wouldn't be the biggest reason. It would be because their age, they're breaking down, they're not playing defense. That would be the problem, Stephen A.
Let me say this. First of all, the argument was nothing. It was much ado about nothing. And if you look at Dwight Howard, when Dwight Howard was going back at him because he NBA TV showed the complete footage, and AD had chased D. Howard down and confronted him. All Dwight Howard was saying to him was not on camera.
Yeah.
Not in public. If you look at him and you watch him, he's like, not here.
Yeah,
not,
being a veteran.
In other words, he's
Being a
like,
veteran.
not here. That's all he was saying. He wasn't having a problem with Anthony Davis, what Anthony Davis was saying. He's saying, you don't come at me like that with the cameras rolling in front of everybody. That's all Dwight Howard was saying. That's number one. Number two, let me say this to you. It wasn't a big deal, but what I'm seeing from the Lakers is a big deal only in this respect. It ain't about Russell Westbrook and questioning him. This brother's a walking triple-double. He's a future Hall of Famer. He made it on my top 75 list. Of course, LeBron did. Of course, AD did. Of course, Carmelo Anthony did. Dwight Howard, no, he'll be my top 100. He wasn't my top 75. That's a subject for another day. But let me tell you something right now. My reservations about the Lakers is my reservations about everybody. I am willing to sit here in front of y'all right now, and I'm telling you right now, the Golden State Warriors might win it all. And I'm telling you this, and let me say, I'm getting to a point where I'm using my imagination, imagining Klay Thompson comes back. Of course, I'm not talking about as presently constructed. Klay Thompson comes back. Wiseman comes back. All right? What I've seen from Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, Damian Lee, Kuminga coming back. You know, they're not coming. You know, he's the first round pick, number 7 overall. I'm looking at this squad, their ability to hit shots and free throws. And I'm telling you right now, if Klay Thompson and brothers come back healthy, the only thing that will have any chance of stopping them is Kyrie Irving returning to Brooklyn to join Harden and KD. There is no one else, including the Lakers, that will be able to knock off the Golden State Warriors.
See, I push back on you.
That's where I'm at with
and
that.
Not as a Laker fan, but merely as a basketball fan.
Okay.
Because this is a new team and a new nucleus coming together.
Okay.
You've got to give them an opportunity to gel. We just assume Klay Thompson's going to come back as Klay Thompson.
Right.
This brother's had 2 different surgeries over the last couple of years.
Okay. I want to respond to that, but let me say this to you. A couple of things that you need to pay attention to that I'm bringing up. Number one, I'm assuming the Lakers are going to get it together because I believe in any team led by LeBron James, they eventually will be ready. So long as they're healthy, they eventually will be ready come playoff time. And I believe in Russell Westbrook. I think he gets a bad rap, people calling him selfish or whatever. He might need to make better decisions at times, but he definitely needs to improve his perimeter shot because they dare him to shoot sometimes. That's problematic for them. And him and LeBron James have both struggled to shoot 70% from the free throw line in the last 3 years. People have ignored that. You got to make free throws come playoff time. That's one element. And number two, it's important, Jay, because you know you're going to get to the line. The game slows down. Defenses get back. More fouls are called. You're going to have to make free throws. We know Golden State ain't missing them. But these guys, they might miss them. Number two, and more importantly, remember when you bring up Klay Thompson's key?
Yes.
If it's Russell Westbrook and he has that kind of injury, it's a disaster. Because his success is predicated on his athleticism.
But he still got to play defense, though.
Yeah, Klay Thompson.
But Klay got to play defense.
Time out. Klay's success is based off his athleticism, too, now.
Defensively.
Don't sleep on his athleticism.
I'm not.
Klay Thompson is one of the most athletic dudes here.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about he's such a pure shooter is what I'm saying.
Great. So you see him as a pure...
He's not going to lose his shot. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, shot. But he was also one of their biggest clampdown defenders when it came to clutch moments.
I agree with that.
And my thing is, when you have you haven't played basketball in 2 years. If you were to sit here and say, next year, I'm like, okay, I hear you on that next year, because I actually want to see Klay play for a significant amount of time, not get injured, find his rhythm. I think that's a lot to put on Klay Thompson coming back this year. Left knee, torn ACL.
Twice.
Comes back twice, comes back off that. Torn Achilles in the right leg. That's compensation off another one. I'm not going to sit here and say Klay Thompson's going to be what he was 2.5 years ago before he got hurt defensively. I think that's a huge loss for them.
That's why I brought up the defensive side of it. As a shooter,
I can't say just because Klay Thompson comes back. No, but if he's healthy, they're going to be that team.
I'm saying, remember, I brought up Wiseman.
Yes.
All right. I brought up the development of Poole, Lee, Wiggins. I also brought up Kuminga. So I'm looking at all of them, and I'm saying to you.
So you're just discounting Denver?
No.
Because how about when Jamal Murray comes back? What about Jamal Murray and Michael Porter?
Here's how I feel. I feel that the Denver Nuggets run into the kryptonite that is the Los Angeles Lakers because the Joker is the key to their success, and the one person that can neutralize him is Anthony Davis. But Anthony Davis, that's a different animal against Golden State because they're perimeter players. And because they're perimeter players and they hurt you from the outside, you don't have to contend with Anthony Davis as much as Denver would because your success is predicated on Jokic.
Let's leave it there. Let me get to another topic. Lakers have the best odds to win the West.